This is Movies, a podcast about the act of cinema. And with me today, he cannot remember his two-factor authentication for Facebook. And some Indian is telling him he better respond in 24 hours or they're going to delete his page. It's Hans.
Oi, mate, I'm here to talk about crime and my movie, Crime.
That's a pretty good Chopper. That's a pretty good
Yeah.
Eric Bana as Chopper, which is the movie we're talking about tonight with our DC of the 8 Plates podcast. How are you doing, DC?
I have to unmute myself. Hey, everybody, what's up? It's Darius Csiky now. Director Csiky, you could call me, since it's the last time I came here. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Oh,
Cheeky?
Yeah. That's just like the Australian. Yeah.
Hans, you lived in the UK. What does cheeky mean when you describe a person as cheeky?
Oh, it's just someone that's very, very, I don't know. What are you, cheeky? I don't know. How else do you describe cheeky?
Cheeky bastard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hans, how about you do your Jake Hanrahan impression again, like at the start of the show there, and you do, you say something brilliant with cheeky in it.
Hold on, Hans. You need the facial hair that you apply for Chopper.
Wait, no, but Jake doesn't have facial hair.
Well, yeah, sure he does. He's got about as much as me or DC here.
I close the filter. I have to pull the filter.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. We're just gonna wait.
You know what this looks like? Isn't it in Toy Story or one of those, like a fat character has like a goatee that looks exactly like this?
Yeah, there's a pedophile toy
It's a
collector.
fat-
You look like the pedophile
Yeah.
toy collector.
Yeah.
The father
so
from
the
Beetlejuice. Yep.
The fat man goatee. Oh, you saw. Oh, never mind. We might record an episode of
We
that.
will record an episode on it. DC, did you see Beetlejuice?
No, I have not. Actually, I haven't seen the original either, so. I'm
Wow,
the
okay.
worst.
Jeffrey Jones is a known and convicted pedophile, sex offender.
Is
He was
not?
taking photos of a 13-year-old Filipino boy. Last time we talked to Detective Wolfman, you pulled up the case file, and that's why he's not in Beetlejuice.
Oh.
Except he is in Beetlejuice. He's everywhere in Beetlejuice. And it feels like Tim Burton is like, yeah, this isn't a big deal to me. I don't give a fuck about this. And I know you said I can't put Jeffrey Jones in my movie, but I'm going to put him all over the movie because you didn't let me cast him. We're gonna have a close up on his gravestone with the children's choir singing behind it. We're gonna have a stop motion Jeffrey Jones crashing a plane into the Amazon and getting eaten by a shark. We're gonna have his character half eaten walking around throughout the movie, and we're gonna hire an impersonator who sounds just like him. And then there's gonna be photos all over the Beetlejuice house. Okay, all right, we get the idea now. And it was very startling to see Jeffrey Jones pop up in that film.
He's alive, right?
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Is he in jail?
He's probably hanging out in his garage right now with some young, strapping man.
Well, how do you feel about them not hiring him instead doing this?
I think it's a clever fuck you, but it also lends a lot of credence to my Tim Burton pedophile cult theory.
Yeah.
What's the sauce on that? Did you just pull that out, or do you have any? Yeah.
Well-
You're saying, I slander all the time, so I understand. I'm just asking, if there's any.
Now, I love Tim Burton. If there was one director that inspired me to get into filmmaking when I was a boy, it was Tim Burton. So this is all just I don't want to believe this is true. Maybe I don't even believe it's true. Maybe it's just thoughts in my head. But Tim Burton worked with Jeffrey Jones on a number of films. One of his favorites, one of his go-to guys. Tim Burton's whole aesthetic, kind of like a John Crickfalusi, is disturbed childhood. Tim Burton also worked with Paul Rubens. So he's worked with two of his guys who are reliably in his films, both checked out by the police and actually had possession of some sort of child pornography.
Wait, not Paul Rubens.
Oh, yes, Paul Rubens, too.
So-
Rubens, too.
All we talk about is the jacking off thing. Is that not like the extent of it?
Here's what happened with that, and this is why it got brushed under the rug and nobody really talks about it. Someone ratted out Paul Rubens. Who did it? We don't know. We have no idea. Now, he got off the hook because he said, hold on a second. I don't have, they got confused. It's not child pornography. I'm a pornographic art collector. I have these books from the 1920s. There's naked children in them. But that's just art. It was photography. And they said, okay. All right. And then shortly thereafter, an investigation opened up into Jeffrey Jones, and they got him for taking lewd photos, dressing a little Filipino boy in a cowboy hat in his garage, nude. And he confessed. He said, "I'm guilty." So he actually, I don't even think he went to prison when we looked it up. I think they just said, why don't you go pick up cans by the side of the road and get back to work?
I hate that. Don't you
Yeah.
hate that, guys? I hate pedophiles, bro. I don't like them. I want to see none of them in my movies. Ew, ew, ew. That's my heart stance.
Yes, pedophiles are
thought-
gross. Ew.
Ewy.
Ew.
Icky,
I
yucky.
thought,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you hate picking up cans on the side of the road. It was like, how many times do you have to do that?
Yeah, I've never done community service though. That sounds kind of cool. You're chilling out with your bros, you know, you pick up a couple things and you talk about it. You're like, hey, ain't life hard, you know?
Your bros in the chain gang?
Yeah, you're wearing a fashionable vest.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But
very
you know who
good.
hates pedophiles, guys? He would probably shoot him in the head.
Chopper.
Chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, guys, I feel so bad for this. First of all, I got to come out real quick. I'm gonna be the real evil guy. I know Mumkey said some bullshit about like I'm the evil guy of the show. I'm the real evil guy of the show. I'm so scared that the guy's gonna ask for a refund. And I told you this in private. It's true though, because I hate this movie. Like I can say very little positive things about this thing, but it feels bad because he paid for it. You're a listener.
Well,
Oh,
that's
I
okay.
didn't like it. I didn't like it either.
I liked it. I'll defend Chopper.
It's
I was very curious going into this what you had against Chopper,
Yeah.
the movie, because
yeah.
I think it's a fun movie. But the person who paid for this episode, who sponsored this episode, is a man named Ticklish. And I worked with Ticklish on Mass State Lottery. He actually did the design for the goblin in the film Vitali. So Ticklish is a dear old pal of mine. I don't know why he could have just said, "Hey, you want to talk about Chopper with me?" and we would have done an episode with him, and he wouldn't have had to pay a goddamn thing. But he's from Australia, and you know they only have so many movies over there. Chopper must be the Citizen Kane for Wales or Newfoundland,
Yes.
Australia.
Oh man, so Chopper, what was it? The Australian movie that we talked about on Civic TV that I also didn't like. That is
Mad
like
Max.
beloved. No, not that one.
No,
That
no,
was
Wake
fine.
and Fright.
Yeah, that I was also like, oh, that's
Somehow we all had a poor opinion of Wake and Fright when we watched it, and then a week later we were like, what were we thinking? Wake and Fright was great.
yeah. Remember there was a
Yeah.
very like a scene where he fights a kangaroo, I think.
They
right?
run
And
over
then-
kangaroos. They beat the shit out for
Oh.
real. They run over kangaroos in that movie. That's not an easy watch if you're sympathetic to animal life.
and then
So
there's like a questionable sexual scene at night between the
I don't
two
think there's
men.
anything questionable about it. It's a man entering another man. Now, do you ever do that with your buddies?
No, not yet.
No.
No.
Okay.
Dude, I learned that the hard way, man. I've been texting gay stuff to Hans all the time. He never he cannot laugh about that. He's like a very Muslim black type guy.
Yeah,
He does
Mhm.
not like the gay stuff.
that's right.
No.
I'll cut your hand off when I meet you.
No, but it's like fun little bits, and then yeah, Hans does not jive with that. But Chopper probably would not jive with gay stuff in prison either. So are you just like Chopper, Hans? That's my question.
What? Are you asking me if I would do gay stuff in jail?
Oh, you would. You'd be probably like, "Oh, stop it." Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
Hans, I think you gotta do this show as Chopper with your facial hair on. Anytime anyone asks you a question.
absolutely yes.
All right. Hold on.
So wait, are we actually getting into this? I don't want to jump into.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah,
we can get into
yeah.
Chopper. So Chopper is the first film from Andrew Dominic,
Yeah.
who's a director I have liked over the years. I think he's got a few hits under his belt with this movie, with Blonde, and with, I mean, Killing Them Softly is a little on the fence. I like the source material of that, so I'm feeling a little generous towards it. But we talked about that movie before, and we talked about Blonde on the show before. The only one we haven't talked about yet is this and the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Have you seen that movie, DC?
No, that's the neo western that everybody's just raving about. People have to put that in their
Yes.
top 4. You know.
They never shut up about that movie. I haven't watched it myself. Have you seen it, Hans?
Yeah, I just remember it being very slow, but I saw it in 2007, so I don't know how, like, what my opinion on it would be now. But I just remember it just being very, oh, there's just a lot of staring and a lot of cowboys looking at each other.
Yes.
But I'm sure it's good. I just, my sensitivities in 2007 were not, the best, so I was just bored by it.
What was your favorite movie back then? Like, what was the type of stuff you'd watch?
I don't know, probably like the hot chick or
Okay.
some bad comedy, The Animal.
You're just expecting some
Uh,
good bits and
yeah,
assassination.
just
Yeah.
just something to make me laugh. There
Mm,
wasn't a lot of that. It's just a lot of Casey Affleck looking sad, and
yeah.
Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt. Yeah,
Yeah. Handsome.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, we
But
don't have any of that in this movie, and Eric Bana's
what's
pretty fucking ugly in
what's
Chopper.
what's one more time with feeling? Oh, that's never mind. That's a Nick
That's what
Cave.
we've been requesting of your Chopper impression. One more time with feeling, Hans.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not even gonna touch blonde because I know you guys love blonde as well. Goodness
No, no, no.
gracious.
If you got a dissenting opinion on Blonde that would go with the Razzies, I'd love to hear it.
I'm seriously I'm gonna lose all the like because when you there's a show people are like okay we don't know about this guys. First of all, I hated this movie so much. I want to keep that energy for Chopper, so I won't even touch blonde and
Okay, but
Mank
you
and all
didn't
that.
like Blonde. You weren't a fan of Blonde. We're
Ah, he's
saying.
blonde, more like shit. You know what I'm saying? No, but it wasn't. You know what? That's the one thing. I've been watching a lot of Taiwanese cinema as well, and I see that people hated Blonde because of the exploitation and the like, not even exploitation, but like the serious themes and like the sexual assault and oh, Marilyn Monroe was this, that argument I despise. So I'm not a big, blonde head that like I'm sad to see this icon presented badly. It's just the film didn't
Right.
jive with me. It was,
Mhm.
it was, yeah.
Now, Chopper, what did you think of Blonde?
Fucking hot, right?
I would have fucked that. Yeah, yeah,
Fucking what does he say to his prostitute? I just watched it. Who are you kissing? Right? That's the thing he
yeah.
says.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Who are you
Because she
kissing
works in a
with?
whorehouse, so who cares
Yeah.
about old
Yeah.
P and
Yeah.
V?
Yeah.
It's
Who
all
cares about the
about
whole?
tongues.
So just
Yeah.
about the movie though, that's the sort of stuff I didn't quite love. It's like it's supposed to be this like, oh, isn't it funny and crazy that he doesn't care about sex, but he's talking about kissing? It's that sort of Guy Ritchie light I felt like, where it's like obviously like the
Ooh.
joke's so, in front of you that you just I don't know. I was disgusted by it. But anyways, I don't want to. One piece at a time. We'll see. We'll see. But you know what
I
I'm saying?
just I just felt like after Bronson, it's difficult to not compare them. And
True.
this is like Bronson without the artistry, I would say.
Oh, I
Like
wouldn't
if
even say that. I think that's far too insulting to this movie.
to
But I mean, you're comparing. They're very similar movies. It's not one to
yeah.
one, but Chopper is definitely the Bronson, the Charles Bronson, prisoner Charles
Hmm.
Bronson of Australia, and the subject matter is handled all. I guess it's handled similarly, but I would specifically cite the moments in Bronson where he's out of prison and he's trying to navigate regular life.
Right.
I would say it's much more like that. You honestly don't get too much of Chopper in prison in this
Yeah.
for all of his exploits that he's known for and being in prison for most of his or at least a heavy chunk of his adult life. You don't get too much of that. You get it up front and you get it towards the end, and that's pretty much it. The rest of it is him going around with a short fuse, then being apologetic. I feel like if you grow up in low circumstances, especially, there's always a chopper that's hovering around your friend group that doesn't know how to control their impulses and then
Mhm.
tries to make nice afterward and then does the same fucking thing a couple of days later.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, he's like he's almost a child in that way where it's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like he almost kills someone or he actually goes over the edge and he's like, oh,
Look at
I
what you
feel
did.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
That's what he
exactly.
tells
So
this girl after he like beats the fuck out of her and then
yeah,
headbutts her mom, and then he's like, look at
yeah,
what you did.
yeah. Do you laugh
I
out loud at that point, Hans? Sorry, you were like, oh, what
no,
crazy movie. Wow, he really
no,
did that to the
no.
mom.
No, because I think by that point I was just kind of like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
so he's just gonna be like that with everyone.
Mm,
Oh, hey, Taco Bell. I honestly like I don't know anything about the Australian prison system, especially in the what is it supposed to be early 90s, right?
Hmm.
yeah.
So because the cells are very weirdly uh separated, like
Hmm.
they're above each other, but then their cells are weirdly very long, where it kind of felt like the eating area or like the hanging area instead. But I guess that was their cell where they're at, and then all the violence and everything just feels very. surrealist to me. So I didn't know if there. That's another reason why I started comparing it with Bronson, because Bronson has a lot of artistic interpretation of reality,
Hmm.
and here the first time that we see violence, we see Chopper stabbing a guard like 20 times on his neck, but then it takes him like 5 minutes to die, and then it's treated like with no urgency, and everyone's just kind of like, oh, look at what just happened. Oh, well, do you wanna have a little smoke? Do you want? And then the guy's not freaking out. The guy's just like, oh, you fucking Chopper, oh, you fucker. So to me, that beginning, and anytime you see violence here, because even when his body stabbed him like 8 times too,
Yeah.
it's treated kind of like, I guess I'm just bleeding out right now. So it never really rang true to me. But then I wasn't sure if the director wanted to do some type of, exaggeration of what it was like in Bronson, where everything it's shot in a very specific way to make it look like maybe not a jail and just whatever his alternate reality is. But here, everything is shot in a natural way where it looks real. Like the violence looks very real. I don't know how much you would bleed if someone cuts parts of your ears off, because he bleeds a lot here.
Yeah.
But every time there was violence, to me, like it didn't really ring true. So
Well, I
I
think
didn't
this movie
know.
where Bronson decides to take the heightened approach and applies it to all of its characters, it seems like that heightened aspect is limited to Chopper, and everybody else handles their relationship with him in a mostly realistic fashion. And I think that is a huge difference, because you think about characters in Bronson. What do you think about? You think about Super Hans from Peep Show
Yeah.
being his like handler, and he's kind of flamboyant and weird, and his girlfriend is certainly a bit of a character. This movie, the people are characters, but they feel more grounded than Chopper. Chopper feels larger than life, like he's a cartoon.
Mhm. Yeah, it doesn't really fit the world that well. It feels like the world, or maybe the world doesn't fit him, because everyone else, even though everyone is not having a good time, like everyone's going through like the only one that's doing well is the what's his name, Neville, I think, the guy that
Mhm.
was, I don't know if he was like fucking his girl or like involved with his girl in some type of way. But everyone else seems to just not be having a good time, and then he just appears kind of like a bull in the china shop in everyone's life, but it's like his reality or his character doesn't really fit everyone else's reality, because he's very much like, well, I'm just gonna fucking shoot you right now and who cares? And everyone else's reality is not that. So I don't know, there was a bit of a disconnection there for me.
I just felt in general it was like, because I really want to get like Lores's take on what not that you have to defend it or anything, but what is to you the artistry in here? Because for me, it's just I got this whole list of just technical issues, but when I think about it, really, it's not about the story, it's not about the acting necessarily. Like I'm not an Australian expert or anything, but it was all that was all decent. But the everything that's filmmaking, it's a similar problem I had with Reagan 2024, which I just did an episode on. It's like the same thing. It's like I don't have an ideological problem with it, but the like as a film, as a piece of art, it's just everything's just disgusting to me. The lighting, the
Oh, the,
lighting I
the
could
the
go off
lighting
on.
is harsh, but I don't mind it. I think on this go
Right.
around, I in fact liked it more, um, even though it feels kind of amateur at times.
Hmm.
How one note the lighting is.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me is that I just like the character of Chopper. I liked Eric Bana's performance as Chopper and seeing him navigate these situations. And the first time I watched the movie, which was maybe about a year ago, the novelty of having this guy who acts in such a violent manner and so, um, you know, short fused,
Mhm.
and then acting apologetic immediately afterward. And it seems like everyone just kind of puts up with him in their
Yeah.
lives. I love that. I thought that was hilarious at every turn, and seeing his decay, and for what at the end of the day, it was like a 2020 special that lasted 4 minutes. He was disappointed in because they didn't feature him enough,
Hmm.
and he's ribbing about it with the guards. So I kind of feel like you're either on board with this character or you're not on board with this character. And if you're not on board with this character, you're going to find problems with the movie.
Hmm.
If it's charming to you, maybe not so many problems. But I wouldn't even say it's remotely a bad film. I don't know what you would cite as disgusting about it, but I'm very curious to hear.
And
Yeah.
before that, I just wanted to make a quick link, and not to cut Hans off or anything, but I know a bit about the show's history. I listen all the time. I know that you love This Is England. Now,
Yeah.
that's an example for me of a character of that type, the Stephen Graham character, that's done properly. Not that, he's more sympathetic or anything. He's way more racist, which is, take it how you will. But the way he's presented is much more, I mean, it's very similar, but it's enjoyable the whole way through. And everybody that surrounds him isn't just like, oh no, this guy again. Like they all have their own problems and issues like it's like he's set in this real world, not this chopper centric universe,
Sure. Okay. So here's the difference between these two characters. The Stephen Graham character re-enters society, and the group and the family that he was part of, the friends that he was part of, those are all just normal, actual, regular people. And Chopper's world is poverty, is drugs, is crime. These are white trash. And so they would deal with Chopper. They wouldn't gradually flake off like the Stephen Graham character combo would cause other people because he's so off-putting and he's powerful in a way where socially he is going to start to terraform the group into a white nationalist group, right? Yeah. Chopper's not that. Chopper doesn't have any organization. These people don't really hang out with each other. They just kind of mingle and bump into each other. True. And so it's easier for him to act like a shark and go through those waters without being touched.
You watched the documentary too. How realistic, not realistic, but like how true are the events of the movie? Because that I had no idea about. I don't know
it's been a while since I actually watched some of the documentary footage of Chopper, and I watched him giving an interview during his final months where he admitted to a murder that he was never caught for, and they found the body, they dug it up, and that was then solved. It's kind of similar. It's not very similar. Eric Bana's performance is certainly pumped up a notch. And I also watched this made-for-TV two-part movie called Underbelly Files, which was made for some Australian network, and that was probably a much more grounded version of Chopper that was closer to the guy who's giving the interviews in the specials that I watched. But it was so soap opera-y. There's a lovemaking scene with Chopper and his wife, and she's just on top of him, and it has this stock music that's playing, and then you see Chopper the father, and he's holding his baby, and it's slow motion, and again, it's more Shutterstock music that you can download right now for $1. Here it is, yes. Chopper, The Untold Story. Underbelly Files is its own Criminal Minds style show, I guess, in Australia, or I guess maybe True Detective, because they take one real crime story, true crime story, and then turn it into a season. And this is Chopper. This guy's performance was not bad, for the record.
Yeah, but you see, funnily enough, this color scheme is sort of what we see in the actual Chopper. Look at this. Look at the green.
Yes,
the green
so
background.
It's impossible for this miniseries to have not been directly inspired by Chopper in that regard, because anytime he's in a club, you have the harsh blue overcast, which I like with this Chopper, not this Chopper movie we're taking a look at right now. It doesn't really work for this Chopper movie, Underbelly Files. I liked it for the 2001 Eric Bana Chopper film because it reminded me of 1980s German film, just how blue this motherfucker was throughout the movie.
I would like to add real quick that I'm a huge German fan of that era, especially if you talk about the classics, Wim Wenders, Fassbinder, and everything. You see that it's part lighting, but also part how the film itself, the chemicals reacted, and that's what made it that so green. So here, for me, the classic example is the father's apartment when he goes back to see his father, Chopper. And you see their room is 100% red, just like they put a red aperture 300. I don't know if it's the one, probably an older model, but they just put it right there. And then the rest of the house is green because it symbolizes, you see, that there's violence and tension in the room. I despise that. It makes me puke. You know what? Just use natural light. Just get the sun or whatever, or get a street light. I prefer grainy, disgusting footage to pseudo film school sort of stuff. And that's what. Again, I don't want to go too energetic. This is more like a chill show. I don't want to go all Chopper on it, but yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
No, DC, you are on the show to deliver your opinion as it is unfiltered.
Okay, look, here we go. All right, Eric Bana.
Get Chopper. Get a little Chopper.
Hold on, Chopper. What did you think of Chopper?
Yeah, of course.
Chopper, you've been awful quiet so far. So before DC goes off on your movie, let's just.
Movie's fucking great. Movie's great. Show my tits, my tattoos, commit crime. My dad's dying.
Are you just gradually developing Down syndrome? Did you say quime?
It's my
Fair enough.
Australian accent, you know.
Damn.
All right, DC, let's hear it.
Yeah, well, look, I got all this. It's gonna be just not me reading, but I have all these things. First of all, one of our good friends, and I mentioned him already. I don't want to attract negative attention here, but he said, so ahead of its time in terms of style and lighting. Okay, this is a person who's seen 3 movies. I'm very, very sorry, proving once again that the BBC has ruined an entire generation of British blokes' idea of good lighting because it's like it looks like television. They're out there, it's dramatic. You see the eyeshadow and it's top-down lighting. It's like and then but that's not the worst part. When you talk about lighting, I talked about already the bad examples. The bad examples. The music is horrendous. There's like Mexican telenovela, constant noise because it's troglodytes watching this shit, so they have to be attention spanned all the time. Like they can't move away because it's Choppa, and if it's not Choppa, then it's got to be this like cool emotional music. What you brought up with the miniseries is exactly what I see in this film as well. Yeah, the framing is UGLY, meaning utterly gross. Lol, you should know better. That's my epic cool thing I talked about with the lighting here. They should be ashamed of the cinematography. And I got a cool fact. That's pretty much it. I hate everything about this movie from this filmmaking standpoint. Afterwards, the idea, if you want to glorify criminals, I don't care about that. I'm not a very morally, against that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, writing. Guy Ritchie with a coke hangover. Guy Ritchie, he was writing this good movie. He's like, oh, my head hurts. Let me write Chopper and put it across the world, which sounds the same to me because I'm from the north. Yeah.
What about you, Hans?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't hate it as much. I definitely don't hate it as much as DC. I don't disagree with what he's saying. I think I do like the dirty look of it. I
Hmm.
like how filthy everything feels and how all of those houses, like you can smell the stale cigarette on the couches and you can feel how filthy everything is. Like that's probably the part that I like about it the most because you can kind of touch that from the screen.
Hmm.
I kind of agree with you when it comes to framing and cinematography. I think the cinematography is a little too simple, which I don't entirely hate for a story like this, but there's just a lot of weird close-ups that just don't really work for me or do anything for the story or add anything to me, especially when there's scenes of Chopper talking to detectives or scenes where don't really matter and
Yeah.
they're shot in like a very close-up, very dramatic way where nothing really happens. But I think my biggest mistake was that I was comparing it to Bronson a lot as I
Right.
was watching it, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. But it's I don't feel like the movie drags at any point, so it's a pretty easy watch. It's just that the character became grating to me within like an hour, so I think that's probably the main thing that or the main hurdle for me to get past, that it was just like, okay, I don't really care for him.
You get the
So
bit pretty much, right? I mean, you get the bit
yeah.
after a few minutes, and it's like, okay, now there's still. And again, this is a classic example. I'm complete. I'm the anti-movies type guy. Like I watch all sorts of weird stuff. I just watched Walker from Timing Liang. It's a 25-minute movie about a monk who walks very slowly. So like, this is the type of shit I watch. So I understand that this is really pretentious and it's not my type of movie. But at the same time, genuinely, I don't remember a movie feeling this long in a long time despite having
Really?
watched these like again, but this is my brain, so I don't want to hold it against it. Again, it's my the way I watch movies. I watch these like 18-hour. I just watched Happy Hour by Ryusuke Hamaguchi. It's like a 5-hour movie, and that went by like this because the drama and the camera work, everything was just so beautiful. Here for me, I need more, and that's all I want to take. But I can't be. But at the same time, I can't be like this movie has to be like these art house shit that like nobody watches from Asia. You know what I'm saying? So I
Huh.
don't. It's stupid to go that way. It's just I was a little irked by that. And sometimes a character is strong enough to carry a whole movie, like Hans said. For me, it's just again, it was funny. It was nice to be a nice side character, sort of again like a Stephen Graham, a guy who comes in, wrecks shit up, and then sort of goes away. But if the whole thing is just about this and just about this guy, I I don't know, not for me.
Well,
I
what
think
did you think
maybe.
about?
Oh,
I did want to ask, what do you guys think about Eric Bana, generally speaking, as an actor? And it doesn't seem like you're a fan of his performance in this film, but I do want to get a better gauge on what
Who,
you
me?
think went wrong. Yeah.
No, I liked him in this film very much. I just think it's not enough to carry a whole picture. But Hans, please go ahead.
Mm.
yeah, no, I don't think he's ever bad. I think he's in that group of actors that can really work in most things. He's not going to give you like an incredible, amazing, emotional performance, but he's always going to be solid. And there's cases like this one where he goes all in and it works. I couldn't name five of his movies if I'm honest.
No, I
But I
think
feel
he's
like every
fucking
time I see
boring. I
him,
think he stinks up the place in most of the movies he's in, to be frank with you.
really,
Even in Funny People, where they try and give him some
I agree.
comedic lines. Because I guess he started out as a comedian in Australia, right?
Hmm.
Which is how he got this movie.
Makes
Because they
sense
said,
this
all
way.
right,
Yeah.
well, he's our Bill Murray. Let's give him Chopper. And it kind of, for me anyway, I like him in this movie. I don't like him in anything else. I thought he was a poor choice for Hulk, for almost anything I see him in.
I just pulled it up if you guys are curious. It's for me literally. I'm telling you again. If I'm not the audience for this movie, I understand that. I got the trigger warning every time because like it's But all these films make me puke. We got Finding Nemo. We got fucking Troy. We got Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek from 2009. We got Chip
Hmm.
and Dale Rescue Rangers. I haven't seen that one.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a masterpiece.
I did. You know what? I hate Disney. I did like that Chip and Dale movie.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, Citizen Chip, we'll call it. Mary and Max, I haven't seen. It's one of those weirdo Coraline style, type.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Black
yeah.
Hawk Down. What do you
Oh,
guys
who
think?
wasn't in Black Hawk Down? Everybody, they had
That's a good
everybody in
point.
that movie.
Yeah. 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 Same with Zero Dark
Uh,
30. It's one of those military movies with an ensemble
but
cast.
which one of these movies are his movies though? Munich, I think his main character
Right.
there,
Right.
Yep.
right? Wasn't he in Judge Dredd, or am I thinking of someone else? No, who was
Carl
Judge Dredd?
Urban.
Yeah, I was thinking of Carl Urban when you asked for Eric Bana.
What do
So
you
I
think
like
of him?
Carl Urban.
Do you actually? Do you?
I mean, from what I can remember,
Because
yeah.
the boys killed him for me. I can't take him anymore after the boys.
Oh,
It's like
I don't watch that. I don't know.
it's Canadian television. I had to watch it just for the national pride. I had to go for it and watch all 3 seasons, and it was or 4 seasons. I
I,
don't remember. Yeah.
have you watched the 8 seasons of Suits?
I've seen all the Meghan
It's
Markle scenes because I love Meghan Markle. I think she's a national hero. But
it's shot there. You can really recognize a lot of the buildings whenever they shoot anything outside. You're like, oh, that's fucking Toronto. Yeah,
that's not
You
that's
know,
New York. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fun fact
yeah.
about Meghan Markle: I have her on my wall. It's out of the shot. I
Yeah.
have her on my wall over here from a Charlie Hebdo front page illustration where the Queen is performing a George Floyd on Meghan Markle, or
That's
really, I
wow.
say a Derek Chauvin on
Yes.
Meghan Markle, who would be the George Floyd in that situation.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
powerful. Same
she's
thing.
dying.
No, it's Hans. Listen up. It's the same situation exactly. Okay, Droid Floyd. He was there. He was almost overdosed. He this guy, this victim, and we got Meghan Markle. Okay, same. She's from the streets. She's from the streets the same way. And the Queen. I say this ironically. Obviously, I hate the Queen. So I love Meghan Markle for destroying the royal family. That's amazing. That's top notch. But also, I like her as an actress. Genuinely, I think she's good. I didn't see Suits, but her scenes are great.
What else has she been in? I only know her from Suits.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the only thing I know.
I gotta pull this up.
The Flash, wasn't she in one of those other CW
Yeah, she was
shows?
one of the beautiful
She was-
light-skinned black women on
Yeah.
The Flash.
Yeah, she was in Arrow and whatever, Masters of Tomorrow, whatever the fuck the other one was called.
Dude, I love
Uh,
the CW shows. Horrible Bosses.
I-
Masterpiece.
Okay, all right. I did see
That's a great
Horrible
one.
Bosses.
You know what the company was named in that movie, right? You remember? It's all
I
their
don't.
names. Don't say it out loud, but one of them is called Nick, the second one is called Kurt, and the third one is called Dale. Say that fast. And that's a great bit. That's kind of, edgy, but
N-
you s-
No,
Hey,
I'm
Ro-
not gonna say that.
but it was a joke where a mainstream comedy could do that type of humor. So obviously in poor taste, maybe, but sort of a classic. Colin Farrell, crackhead,
Yeah.
Cokehead, sorry, that's like a True Detective reference, and Kevin Spacey in a masterful psychotic. He actually did the same thing that Russell Crowe did later on in Unhinged, which is a great picture as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I sort of love
What did-
Horrible Bosses.
What did he do? Get fat? And try to run someone over?
Smoke a cigarette while fat. No, but like he sort of chases down the horrible bosses trio with his car, and he sort of rams into
Oh.
them, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you." I don't know.
I don't remember that.
Isn't that how Baby Driver ends too?
Yes, yes, he does
I
that all the
confuse
time.
I confuse Horrible Bosses with 30 minutes or less. Which
Awesome
was a
movie.
Whoa. Okay.
That was that Brian McBride and
Danny McBride and
Brian McBride, Danny McBride, and was Aziz Ansari was in that? I
Yes,
think.
yes.
Yeah,
And
that was right. And Jesse Eisenberg was the lead.
that's right.
And Nick
right,
Swartzen
yeah.
was in it too.
What a picture. You make me watch Bronson. We could have been reviewing 30 minutes or less. It's like the brown guy brings a bomb in the school. It's like, yo, what'd you do? Bring a bomb in the school? It's like, I don't know. It's great. It's great cinema. I love it.
We could have done a true crime double feature that's based on a true story, except if I remember right, in the end, that guy blows up in
Yes.
reality. Not in the movie.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg gets out just fine.
Just like Four Lions, starring Riz Ahmed, which is also a great picture.
Another
That is
great
a terrific
comedy from
picture.
yeah. Is that around that time too, right? 2011, 2010.
Yeah, something
Mhm.
like that. I love that.
we
That-
should
yeah.
we should do like an early
Muslim night?
2010. No, there's too many.
I'm
They're too
Iranian. I can
long.
do it. My entire family's Muslim, half of them, so I can definitely. I'm allowed to say.
Oh, that's cool. You can do that. I don't want to do that.
No, but Hans, you're like, Southern America, all the shifts and don't they say the Venezuelans are the Muslims of the South American world? Is that what they say?
Is that what they say? I've never heard that before.
I don't know.
but,
I've heard
That's a time-old expression. That's I've heard that quite a few times.
People
in
in
New
I've
York.
heard
Chile.
that.
Yeah,
I've heard that every Venezuelan that because we've been getting a lot of them.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
just
Yeah,
prisoners that they released and they send out. So that's cool. That's
We've been
fun.
getting a
It's
lot
lot
of them
fun.
too. I guess they've been taking over housing complexes and just declaring themselves
Yeah.
king, which is a cool thing to do. We support that. We love that.
Yeah, I would love that. I love diversity is our strength. Love it.
Hey, speaking of British people, though, have you seen The Raid? My goodness, what a picture!
The raid, as
Yeah.
in
The building
the
movie?
Asian raid.
Well, it's a
Hell
British
yeah.
guy who made it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Gareth
Yeah.
Edwards.
Oh, Gareth Edwards did that.
or
Yeah.
Evans. One of
He's
them.
from Wales.
Gareth Evans. That's right.
Evans or Edwards. Yeah, one of them. Not the creator.
Oh, don't mix those two.
I know,
Oh,
I know.
Jesus Christ. You got
Yeah.
American
The raid to
Godzilla and-
Godzilla.
Yeah. What has he done? Because I love Redemption. That's what the second one's
Yes,
called,
yes,
right?
the
He
second-
did.
I
Are we talking about Evans or Edwards? Because I was going to say he did the
Edwards.
creator,
The fat
last
one.
year.
No. The creator is the skinny one. He's the bad one. The Star Wars
yeah,
guy.
no, Gareth Evans. No, Edwards. Who am I thinking of? Is it which one's the good one?
Anthony
Can we
Edwards.
just look him up? Google has it. I promise you. I just don't have it by phone.
It's not Edwards. Okay, so Edwards the bad one.
Yeah. So Evans.
Gareth.
Oh, Garth. Sorry, was it Garth?
Is Gar?
It's so over for British.
I
folks.
don't know. He's from Wales, so I don't know how you fucking pronounce that.
He
shit.
is a whale.
Oh, that's so mean. Is this the good one or the bad one?
Whoa, he's 6'5" like
6'5",
you, Hans.
Jesus.
My God.
Yeah. Oh, Apostle.
Back to London. What do you think of
What
Peaky
is-
Blinders, Hans? Can you do an accent from it? Is my
Never
question.
seen it. I've never seen it.
Hey, we have
That's
Killian
fine.
Murphy here on this. Hey, Killian, what did you think of Chopper?
It's you. The haircut. That's you. That's
Oh,
not
it's
me.
this. It is
Yeah,
true. I
yeah.
always do get. I walk into my barber. I was right here. I got an Albanese barber. Shout out Albanese barber, Montreal, Canada, Quebec. I went in and I always do the Peaky Blinders sort of like, oh, give me a fucking haircut. And the guy, because the guy doesn't speak English or French, so I gotta tell him in Spanish. So I always tell him, give me the Peaky Blinders. I do show him the Cillian Murphy Peaky Blinders image, and he does that exactly on my head. So
Albania. Wait, where is he from?
oh no, it's called
Guyanese, you said?
it's called Albanese, but they're all Mexicans.
What the fuck is Albanese? What
It's
is
a
that?
name.
Where's?
I think it's a last name. I don't think it's Albania. It's not a country. Or
Oh,
anything. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just want to
Oh.
shout out my favorite establishment. They're great.
What's the name
well,
of it?
you didn't shut it up. You just said
I said
Albanese.
You said my Albanese barber.
Doesn't
We don't know the
understand,
name
so I
of
have
this
to show him
establishment.
It's called
pictures.
Albanese. It's called Albanese. Albanese. It's called
It's an
Albanese.
Italian
Look up.
place.
That sounds very Mexican. Yeah. Albanese. Yeah. Right.
Fucking Albanese. I go in there. I get the fucking Peaky Blinders haircut. Yeah, I love it. Speaking of Meghan Markle, Get Him to the Greek also was a great picture. I just want to name that. The rest
Was
is
she in that
bullshit.
movie too? I don't remember her at all in that film.
Speaking of remembering, Remember Me also with Robert Pattinson. She's in that one as well. The
9/11
three-
movie.
Yes. Sorry, yeah, I just had to bring up Meghan Markle. I sort of love her. But back to Chopper real quick, if you guys want to. If you don't want to, no worries. Uh, I had this thing. Did you know that I mean, it's a fun fact, obviously, but the "Don't Fence Me In," that's the song it sort of opens with, right? And then the same song, another Reagan link, was covered by Bob Dylan for the credits of Reagan. "Don't Fence Me In."
You
Incredible
know,
musical tie.
I did listen to your episode on Reagan with Filthy Armenian, and
Yes.
I appreciate you actually trying to challenge him to cite something good about the movie because I really, I don't expect you to ever be agreeable if you don't believe that to be the case. I think you've certainly proven that with your podcast and appearances
Thank you.
over the years, and which is refreshing. But it was so necessary when I did see all over X for the week following its immediate release. Because I walked into Reagan, I told you this is a piece of shit. Ignore all that. And they're really trying to make this out to be a better movie than it is. It's got 15 or 18% on Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience score is 100%, of course. So the audience, it must say something if the audience likes it and the critics don't like it. And sometimes it just means the audience is fucking stupid. The audience doesn't know any better. The audience is rooting for it, and their heart might be in the right place, but it doesn't make it a good film. And I have to recommend this episode of 8 Plates, the Reagan episode with Filthy Armenian, who I like, by the way. I like Filthy Armenian.
It's very nice.
Go listen to that if you're listening to this show right now and want to hear the truth about Reagan. And also the other side, the people who are commending Reagan for what that film is.
Thanks.
So they're doing that shit again. They're doing the My Son Hunter thing again.
Sound of
we're
Freedom,
supposed-
I compared to like in the episode. Not to spoil,
But
but
I thought Sound of Freedom was actually a competent. Like I wouldn't have assumed sound. If I was a foreign person, if I was Hans and I walked into a movie
Chinese.
theater at random, and I saw Sound of Freedom, there's not a lot in that
freedom!
movie.
Oh, love and freedom! Let's go watch the freedom! Yeah, that's what you would say. Yeah, before. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I had a sip right before that. That was crazy, Hans. It was
Wow.
insane. Thank you.
I didn't know we were going to have Jackie Chan on this show as well. But my point is, I watched that and I was really expecting something that would be the most passable version of a My Son Hunter or a Terror on the Prairie, the Daily Wire films. I thought this is a well-made picture for what it is, and I think it passes the sniff test of being like an average movie in general. It's not just like it's not just a good conservative Christian film. It's an average movie. It's a C movie, which is the highest compliment I can give a film like that I've seen to date. Anyway, I don't think any of them actually become great films or good films.
Well, just real quick to clarify, the comparison there wasn't a quality one, just in the sense that people who love that movie or hate that movie more oftentimes are just, it's about the ideology. It's about like, I'm an epic communist dude. I hate Reagan. And then the film that says Reagan was a cool guy for hating communists, then you hate the movie, or vice versa. I'm a epic trad guy. I see this movie about this president that sort of has Trumpian aesthetics in some ways, and it's not presented as this evil guy. Therefore, I love it. So it's removed from the film. There's this conversation that's not based on the film. It's just the idea of Reagan or I don't know, pedophile hunting in Mexico.
DC, I walked out of the movie theater just as the credits started to roll, but I saw on X there's a post-credit scene. Is this true, or am I getting trolled?
No. The Reagan multiverse? Is that the American President cinematic universe?
It's like that meme of Jesus Trump. There's the guy like injecting heroin, and it's Trump's
Oh,
arm.
yeah.
Yeah. No, well, here's the thing about me. I had a very classic cam rip of the film. That's how I watched the film,
Ooh.
the cam rip version. So
The Costa Rican theater.
I did not want
yeah.
to. Yeah, that's right. I didn't want to mention that because then people were like, "Well, of course you couldn't have enjoyed it that way. It's meant to be seen in the theater." It's like, what? Brother, I watch Twin Peaks on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And I love Twin Peaks. I know that's like a meme or anything, but I try to watch movies in the theater. But if it's that sort of movie, I just went for it. And no, I did the recording cut off before that point, so I don't know.
Oh, so you don't know if the post-credit scene is just Reagan with pudding coming out of his ears? Is that not just because his brain is just melting out of his head now? We don't know
I'm
if that's
forming a patriot. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, I guess I'm going to have to buy the DVD to find out.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm sure that's going to be a big one as well because they always do that for these movies, right? The films that are, what's it called? You know the films that aren't critically or commercially viable, but then later on a cult classic, right? There's like going to be
Mm,
not a Vinegar Syndrome, but something like that, like
I
in
would
20
love to
years.
see Reagan on
yeah,
Vinegar Syndrome this
it's
fall with the Keep.
it's
Yeah.
conservative, so it's vinegar, but it's spelled differently.
Oh wow, Hans, incredible! He can't help himself. This guy, he's got those libtard opinions. He's got to fire back. He's got to fire back, of course. No, but
I hate this shit. I hate how it's all about like my team and your team, and if it's my
yeah,
team, then it's a good movie, and if it's your team, then it's a good movie for you. And
yeah,
it's just they're all bad.
yeah.
It's no quality. It's just shit.
Okay,
Well, I
well,
can
It's
tell
just
you, I saw this in the theater, and I can
mm,
absolutely say it wouldn't have been any different, DC. I really don't think so. In fact, I don't think there's ever been a movie where I've checked the time more or I made a bathroom break when I didn't have to use the bathroom.
yes.
and you
So,
went to see My Friend Hitler. That's like 8 out. No, what was it called?
my friend Hitler, well,
Yeah,
you're
what's it
It's not
merging
a
called?
real.
films
I
now.
just want to say I know I stalk Loris's letterbox like it's the I don't know Q updates, but I don't think he watched My Friend Hitler. That's not a real thing he watched.
What
It's
was that called?
Our Hitler, a film from
Oh,
Germany. It's not the same
okay.
thing.
All right, well,
No,
that's
you
my
you have my son Hunter on the brain still, Hans,
Yeah.
and that movie was considerably more fun than Reagan. The only
Mm.
thing that really sunk that movie were all the whistle sound effects and that wow wow.
Is that real? I haven't.
Was that what was happening? He just goes to the camera.
Yeah, they hired Gina Carano to walk out and explain the movie like John Voight
Oh
explains
yeah.
Reagan when he's wearing his his 30 Seconds to Mars eyeliner to look younger.
Nice.
Oh no, they do that again?
Yeah,
What?
of course they do.
Why? Oh God. It's not the same person making all these movies, right? Or is it?
No. I don't think so. I mean, my son Hunter was way more mischievous as a movie, and the
Mm.
guy who played Hunter Biden in that movie, he's a UK actor. In fact, I think he worked with Meghan Markle on something. Maybe
Ooh.
he's a good actor, and he was kind of good in the movie. He seemed like he was above doing that film, but Reagan doesn't. I mean, Reagan's got some of the cast would be an A-list cast if it was 25 years ago.
Hmm.
A Dennis Quaid, Mina Suvari, even John Voight, the John Voight of today at 85 years old was not the John Voight he was in 2000 or 2005.
Of course.
You have these people, and I would even give a pass to some of the clear D-listers in there that shouldn't be in, who are really stinking up the place.
Hmm.
But when Scott Stapp of Creed came out as Frank Sinatra.
What?
Oh yeah.
Take
Oh
me
yeah.
high. Oh man. Yes.
And there's no prosthetics or anything. You don't do anything to make him look like Frank Sinatra. He's just singing a Frank Sinatra song. I was like, what am I doing the next 2 hours? Well, how did I get talked into? Oh, $13 movie ticket day.
Yeah.
Great.
Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra with a tank top and long hair, just sweatily singing in the club.
I think you know what? I think
Uh,
he might have had long hair. I think it was combed back, but he had longer hair than Frank Sinatra's ever had.
I'm looking at the director's IMDb.
Zach and Cody.
He's got 76 movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wizards
That
of
he's directed.
Waverly Place, the reunion.
Hmm?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I
Is
brought
he
it-
is he conservative or they just got like anyone to make this movie?
Well, it can't be a nice career move if you really have like a very up and coming career. So it's either for the money or he's actually believing in this. It's not like okay, what is this?
It's a
That's Roseanne and Rabbi
Rabbi
Shmuley.
Yeah, they had a show apparently in 2019 that he directed.
But yeah, on
Or
the show,
pilot.
not to spoil everything from the Eight Plates episode. Thank you, Loris, for recommending. But really, the other thing that he directed I loved is Soul Surfer. If you can find it in the list, that's
Oh, yeah,
again
that's right.
not good, but one of my childhood memories. I love that movie as a kid. So
Is that the one where she gets bitten
yeah,
by
and she
a
loses
shark
an
or
arm.
something?
Yeah, it's so
I don't
sad
think I've
'cause-
heard of this movie. Could we play the trailer real quick?
Oh wow, it's got Dennis
And-
Quaid and Kevin Sorbo and
Yeah,
Hey, just like Reagan.
Craig T.
Yeah.
Nelson.
yeah.
Fuck
Wow,
is
where was
Craig T.
Craig T.
Nelson
Nelson? He
in
could have
there?
played George H.W.
Mm.
Helen Hunt, Carrie Underwood. Okay, hold on. I didn't share sound. So give me 1 second.
You know, we're only 5 years away from Mark Wahlberg being integrated into these types of films.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys hated Father Stew, so
Well, you know, I didn't mind Father Stew. It's just when they put that fat prosthetic on
Get
him, he
tired
should
of
have been
hype, come surf
oinking.
some real waves.
Why is this so loud?
it's 2000 something, right? So the trailers are all like this. It's like, oh, you know, with like classic music and everything. It's
Thursday night's a full moon. We're all gonna go surfing.
Sorry, Mom. I really wanted to go night surfing. Would you have let me go? No.
That's Helen Hunt. Oh my God.
Yeah. 13 years ago? 14 years
based
ago?
on the inspirational true
Come out
story.
here every day.
Lol.
Teenage girl from the North Shore. Shark attack.
And Kevin Sorbo is in this movie as well.
I don't remember
Yeah.
him, but we saw, yeah.
That's
Good
that.
for,
right
good for
there.
Kevin Sorbo.
Hmm.
Oh no, that's not that. Dennis Quaid is that.
You're gonna have to learn to do differently.
Lol.
If you can't see this on patreon.com/lowres, you can. It's a crazy thing where it's like sad music.
Oh my god.
Take it day by day.
What's up? What's up?
She maimed her Barbie like her. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
well, that I was about to say. Yeah, exactly. It's just a depiction of this sad, hot girl who's like really sad about not being able to surf, and everything is just missing an arm, a limb. Very sad.
There's an 8th grader from North Carolina who lost his arm. He's gonna try out for a school soccer team because of me, and he's rooting for me in my next competition.
Yeah, she's not gonna make it. You need arms to play soccer.
I need your help.
It's not gonna be easy.
I don't need easy. I just need possible.
The greatest surfers
You hear that,
know
Hans?
when the best waves are coming.
Oh, we got Katy Perry on the soundtrack too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hell yes, this is prime aughts right here.
When you beat the odds and never say never, you find a champion.
Anna
Yeah.
Sophia Robb. She was just in a movie. Oh, she was in Rebel Ridge, which is another bad
You just
movie
saw
that
that?
people were sucking the dick of.
You also missed real quick Carrie Underwood, I think. She plays a sister or something.
That's
we
right.
have to scroll back.
Her
for
face
it,
was. I mean, we honestly we don't need to rewind this to see Carrie Underwood. She's not even a big deal anymore.
just yeah.
Was she ever? When was she a big deal? American.
She won American Idol 4.
Yeah, yeah.
And she had a legitimate country music pop career after that.
Mm-hmm.
So she was something. She was a star, but not anymore. And
Yeah.
who's thinking about this movie except for us right now?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. All I want to say is that you always see. It's always funny to see these directors from the 2000s and how they progress. Obviously, I cannot even remotely touch Kevin Dillon's sphere without bringing up Entourage. You know, I have to bring up Entourage, the greatest thing of all time. But his friend E, which I still don't know the name of, but his career and how it shifted from star to director to podcaster
To
is
starting this podcast with Gotti, episode
Yes.
1 of movies.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't like that you say how these directors progress when we just saw the director of Reagan and what he's done before. I don't know if there's much
Hold on.
progress there.
We can't not discuss what Hans said in the group chat when discussing Kevin Dillon, where you brought up Kevin Dillon, and we're talking about, and I'm just going to leak the DMs verbally here.
Yes.
Damn, Reagan was garbage. You were right. Hans says, my son Hunter next. DC says, I'll dislike that one more. Kevin Dillon getting cast in something post-Entourage is always an epic win. And then I replied to DC with Patrick from Challengers wearing an I Told You shirt. And I said, best performance in the movie about Kevin Dillon. Now, Kevin Dillon actually does, I think, give the best performance in that movie is Jack Warner. He was a delight. 5 minutes he's on screen that he showed up.
I love him. I love him to death. But it looked like, you know, in Entourage, there's the scenes of him playing like in these fake movies and like terrible, like, I gotta get on my good side. This is a real terrible thing going on. And then you see the exact same thing in this movie where he's telling Reagan that, like, you know, the unions and everything. Like it's too funny. As an Entourage fan, I was coming.
Your
but it was
Kevin
great.
Dillon is very close to an Al Pacino.
Gross.
Yes,
to
but
do it.
dude, anyone tuning. So there's the Patrick from Challengers post, and Hans
Yes.
writes, "Is that the guy from Challengers?" And I said, "That's Kevin Dillon from Entourage." And you, DC, then say, "Yes, Vinny Chase."
Yes.
And Hans, in an absolute humiliation, writes, "Kevin doesn't loon. Kevin doesn't loon from Challengers." Now, what
I
are
don't
you trying to say
remember.
here?
I
Huh?
don't
Kevin
fuck- I
doesn't
don't
loon
know.
from Challengers.
I don't know. I was in the shower trying to text back and my fog got wet and I didn't even notice what I texted. And
Like,
then later
hold
I
on,
was
you were
like,
nude
cool.
in the shower replying to our group chat for this episode.
Yeah, it's all that DC has ever wanted. It's
That's
the
quite literally
attention
true.
that
I'm not even joking anymore. I just send gay texts to Hans all the time, and he's just like, what's the text? Now that we're leaking DMs, this is gonna be terrible for a show. I'm sorry about that. They're very important. I want Hans to learn one thing, and he keeps ignoring me every single time I send him this.
There's some image that you keep sending me, and I'm just
Well,
like, I don't know
what was
that
the last
is.
one? The last one was, "Hey guys, are we on for 7 o'clock tonight?"
No,
And
sorry.
there was
we have
utter silence until an hour before the show.
I'm so sorry. This is my secret chat with Hans. I do have a separate chat going. We locked you out of this one, so I just sent it to the thing right here. It's
Oh my
by
God.
LG LGI Buffion.
Okay, let me pull it up. Hold on.
Thank you. Yes. This is probably a local actor. I'm thinking Montreal, maybe. That's right. Yes, an actor born and raised in Montreal, Canada. Shout out IGI or LGIBUFFONE on Instagram.
Iggy Buffoon? Who the fuck is this guy? Who is this man that just came into the group chat here? Disturbing.
Hans,
What is this?
Can Chopper read this? This is really good acting advice.
Hold on. Ah, fuck. Jesus, it's too much work. I don't want to have to go into the filters.
Hans,
Acting
look at
is
the-
behaving. No, I can't even do the accent. No, what is
Where's
this?
the
Can
facial
can
hair?
you explain what this is? Because
Absolutely.
you've been sending me like three, and then you sent me a screenshot of this page, and I was like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be getting. And then you sent it again, and I was like, okay,
Would you read it
who
for the
is-
poor people who don't pay? Just
yeah.
so they know?
Acting is behaving truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Sanford Meisner.
Yes.
Okay.
What is behind him?
Well, I
Meisner
haven't seen
technique.
Mass State Lottery. I too have been cucked from the viewing link, but I think for any actor, any young budding actor, it should be something that they keep in mind that acting is indeed behaving truthfully under imaginary circumstances.
I like it. I think it's just a strange image to go along with that quote.
It's just because so the guy, this is a promoted post that this guy put up because he's like an actor from Montreal, right? And I keep seeing this in my feed, and I just thought Hans immediately, so I keep sending it to him. It's it's just this guy who wants to make it big in showbiz. What's this, Hans?
It says,
comment.
visit profile. I did. Love it. I clicked on follow. Smart and fun. What's not to love?
Yeah. Is that your alt account, DC?
Yeah.
Are you flirting with this man? It's
No, dude,
Stephen-
it's so
Aw.
done. It's done forever. This is a man, by the way. It's Stephen Hijinks. I'm not even being transphobic.
Yo, what the fuck? The profile picture of Stephen Branch on that picture there looks like the killer from Dress to Kill or a
Yes.
late Michael Cimino. It's very spooky stuff.
Yes. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I have nothing else to add on this acting legend. It's just something I thought that Hans might, get a kick out of. It's acting
Luigi.
advice.
yeah. Thanks.
But actually, though, you asked me if I did
Thank you.
if I
Yeah.
reached out with an alt account. That's not what I do anymore because I pushed it too far one time. I pushed it with there's this guy called AJ Farshian, who people think is Michael Jackson reincarnated. He's Michael Jackson's doctor, and people say that this guy Jack Crooner is AJ Farshian wearing a Michael Jackson-like mask, and that Michael Jackson is still alive and he's doing these performances. So I actually reached out and I found where Mr. Crooner, AJ Farshian, lives, and I thought I found him on the street when I was in Turkey. So I was in Turkey and I took a picture and I tagged him, and it was the whole mess. The guy sent me really, not him, but people who follow him around. It was terrible. It was the worst abuse I've ever gotten in my entire life. So people
Did you
did
do
not-
one of those? Do you do one of those Indian TikToks with him where you dramatically no, go like that shit? No, did you do that?
No, I did not do that. Unfortunately, I did the other Indian style TikTok where there's a white girl on the beach and you just everybody's touching her. I was that with AJ Farshian. So I really was. I was grabbing. I wasn't actually. Look, the thing is, I saw a guy that looked like him in Turkey. I took a picture. And I sent it to him, and the guy was like, "This is not me. This is horrible. You're hurting Michael Jackson's legacy and everything." So, and then people just flooded the DMs after. That's why my DMs are off on Instagram. It's not because I'm trying to be cool and epic, but I was getting
got-
too many.
You got
Yeah.
abused by Turkish internet?
Yeah, well, but speaking of Turkey, Batu, the guy who runs the Believe 777 channel, something like that. He makes videos every single day proving that Michael Jackson's angelic and Muslim and alive.
Oh,
Yes.
And he's
I'm
right.
sorry, can you say that again? What is it? Baloo?
Well,
What?
if you write, because I don't actually remember the exact channel. It's Believe. I think it's Believe, but LIE is in capital, like so lie. But yeah, it's Believe. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can just look it up
I'm
here.
not gonna find Believe on YouTube these
Okay,
Just
days.
say
I have
Believe.
the link. How about the link, Hans? Can you do the link?
Okay, yeah, because like searching for movies and podcast app.
Yes,
Great.
movies, a podcast about the act of cinema. But yeah, so yeah.
I'm really liking this image that Laura's shared though. It's very quirky.
Oh yeah,
very,
I missed it. I missed it.
Yeah.
Well, I was just investing. I was taking a deep dive into this fellow here,
It's very silly.
Iggy Buffoon, to see what else kind of content that he likes to supply to his followers, and this is the type of quality stuff you will find. Hey, there's Michael's Prison Break on YouTube here, taking a look at Believe, Lie, Capitals,
Hans, can you pull
94,000
it?
subscribers.
Oh yeah, he's great, and he's been making videos actually ever since Michael Jackson.
Wait a minute, DC, did
died.
you watch this at G's house?
I might have put it on. It's one of my class. I watch this guy all the time. Yeah. 'cause
Okay, I remember G telling me you put on Michael Jackson truther documentaries.
Oh, that's different. That's not him. That's another guy. I like him very much. Yeah, he's the one who made a compilation. I'm pretty sure this guy made as well. There's multiple compilations of throughout the years evidence and alternative views that he's alive. That the helicopter had no body in it. That the ambulance was discharged before it went to the hospital. Stuff like that. And
Okay.
Jesus,
this is
who likes Thriller that much?
me.
For them to... Oh, okay.
I'm
You were
no,
behind this page.
No, I hate. So if you scroll up the guy there, you can see he's Batu. Oh no, and the what's it called? The banner image right there on top there. He's Batu.
Oh.
He's a Turkish man, and he did the interviews with AJ Farshin. That's why I thought that AJ Farshin would be in Turkey, and that was not the case, unfortunately. But yeah,
Was
I mean,
Tupac or Elvis in Turkey?
also, oh yeah, he makes videos about those guys too, for sure. Oh, you saw the banner? Yeah. He's great.
Yeah.
He does.
What the fuck?
Why don't we just, could you, I know this one is debunked here, the man who vaguely looks like he could have been Michael Jackson if he succumbed to more severe burns.
Dave?
Instead of that Pepsi ad. Could we take a look at the Prison Break one? Since this is a chopper show, we can at least stay on theme that way.
Where's the Prison Break?
That should be right on the front page. It was the recommended video for Believe.
Maybe on home or something. You know when you
Yeah, with the home tab.
yeah.
Ah. Fuck.
I'm sorry. I'm derailing the show so much. Oh, by the way, before you go, you see these the popular videos. Some of them have millions of views because what he did is he put up these videos the second that Michael Jackson was declared dead. So that's why he was like filming his house and everything. So this guy's a real long timer, OG.
Ooh, getting in on the ground floor. You got to admire that. Hustler mentality. Is that Charlie Chaplin?
Yes, Michael Jackson as Charlie Chaplin for sure.
Okay.
Where's the prison one? What the
Are
fuck?
you watching Dennis the Menace? What is that? What are you playing here?
Yeah, this is also on the channel. Why do fans believe that Michael Jackson's still alive?
Now, I'm sorry to all the audio listeners here as we're just browsing a YouTube channel. If you want to go to patreon.com/lowres, you're going to find the video to this episode. It's probably going to be more enjoyable during this point at the 1 hour mark. Hans, can we just pick any video here?
Okay.
Sorry, you can't get the whole essence in a few seconds. I think it's going to be disappointing.
Oh god damn it! Sorry, I got an ad.
Citizenship advertisement. Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
these
there
all
we
the
go.
time too, huh? That's AJ Farshin, by the way.
That's the guy you were stalking.
I wasn't stalking. I saw him on the
Oh,
street.
sorry. The guy you took a picture of. Yeah.
My friend Betu has asked me to do a behavioral analysis of Jack Cronin.
Getting a big Corey Feldman vibe from this man in the
Or
fedora.
AJ. Who's behind this man? Let's try to find out today in part
What?
1 of this video.
I'm sorry.
You can't tell. This is too long. You can't get all
No,
the
no,
good
no,
details.
no. Why would you pick that voice for your AI? Is what I'm
No.
wondering. Why?
Now, I've watched all this guy's videos almost. Before, he had a guy from like Minnesota or something read out his text. So he would type in Turkish and
Oh.
but it was so goofy because he just made mistakes all the time. So he'd like repeat words and everything. So instead, he has this goofy voice. He also did
His
the
mom.
Illuminati.
Which was filmed in
Yeah, spooky voice. And finally, the other thing that he did is now he's doing voices as Michael Jackson, being like, guys, I'm alive. That's one of his newest videos. He actually
Wow, it's a
does
3
a-
a.m. video.
28.
So I think we should just move
Jack
on. This is you're not gonna get the good details either way, and people just, you know.
This is a live.
Signs of
Okay.
dynamics is a
Well,
coping
what's the best
mechanism that
video
he
from
brings
this
up-
page?
Oh, the best video, I think when he talks about Islam, Michael. Well, if you just go to videos and like most recent, there's probably a couple good ones in there. But as I tell you, this is a multiple hour type deal. You can't really get the good juicy stuff in a few seconds, unfortunately. So, if anybody's interested in Jack Crooner and Michael Jackson, Prophet who sealed Agartha, that's a good one as well. It's not Michael Jackson related, but
What's Agartha? What the fuck?
he does talk
Bigfoot?
about. Oh, Antichrist Island is pretty good. I like that one too. It's just a Muslim propaganda video, where he's just
So
like,
is it just a guy in Turkey writing about supernatural shit happening in the States?
yes, but like 90% of his videos are Michael Jackson related. So that's oh, Akon as well. There's Lupin, there's Akon, lots of people. Yeah.
Have you offered to collaborate with this man yet?
I've reached out multiple times, but every time he's like, "Thank you for the support," and that's it. I haven't really gotten
Oh,
through.
you
Yeah,
fucker.
yeah.
Should get him on
Oh,
your show.
also, I would love nothing more than that. But
What would you
also,
have him discuss with you on the show?
I would Michael Jackson.
Well,
You
I mean,
don't-
film-wise.
Oh, I don't do film. I like we could do Michael Jackson. We could probably do the Bad music video, the classic Martin Scorsese directed Bad. Also, Captain EO, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, is also a great one with Michael Jackson in it. And there's also Sidney Lumet's Alice in what? No. Was it Alice in Wonderland? Or no, the other one. When Judy Garland gets swept up in the storm, you know that movie?
Wizard of Oz.
That's right. There's a version of Wizard of Oz with Michael Jackson, directed by Sidney Lumet.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about The Wiz?
The Wiz, that's right.
That was Sidney Lumet?
I do believe so, yeah.
Wow. Okay, never knew
Ma-
that.
Michael Jackson's just great. Yeah. Also, the Ghosts music video is terrific. I mean, some of the best prosthetics. If you like Tim Burton, you'll love that music video.
So you like this YouTube channel, but not Chopper.
I'm telling you, this is entire. I'm debasing myself with everybody. No one's gonna believe me, but I don't know. I think because I didn't come into Chopper with a nihilistic hater attitude. I genuinely want to enjoy it. I want to watch it. I want to absorb everything, Eric Bana and everything. But I just it wasn't for me. That's all I can say.
I think that's fair enough. You know, I'll still stand by Chopper, even if I'm the dissenting opinion on the show this evening. I think Chopper was a fun time for what it was. It's not on the quality level of a Bronson, probably. I mean, I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Bronson.
Yeah.
Have you checked it out, either of you, recently?
5 years ago, maybe not that recent, but
Oh, you know, we didn't even get to the thing I started the show with tonight, which is
Oh.
Wolfman. We never talked about the Wolfman. Okay, Wolfman. I mean, DC, what is your history with the Wolfman?
Well, we go way back. I don't know. Sorry.
You haven't seen any of the Wolfman movies?
No idea. No. I've seen
None of them.
American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
nice. Hell yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good one to see. American Werewolf in Paris. Hans, isn't that a favorite of yours with, what's his
No.
name?
No.
You
I
know
prefer I prefer Teen Wolf.
Oh,
It's a
hell yeah.
better wolf movie. But they're doing. Is this part of that extended monster universe that was going to be a thing, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and then
I
it
believe
wasn't?
so. Yeah, I think so.
This is
It
the
was going to be
Blumhouse monsters.
It was going to be a Derek Cianfrance directed and written film with Ryan Gosling as the Wolfman, and then one of those two decided, I don't want to do this anymore. So then the other flaked. They worked together on Blue Valentine and The Place Beyond the Pines previously. Derek Cianfrance has directed 3 or 4 films. He did a film early in his youth. I think he's a terrific director as well. And that version of the movie could have been something really cool and interesting. But instead we got Lee Winnell's Wolfman, which stars, what's his name, the scruffy guy from Girls, who's been trying to have a breakout career for about 12 years and has not done it yet.
Josh Safdie. so it looks like.
Chris something, right? Christopher something. No.
You might be right about that. Josh Safdie, I mean, that is
But he
a
looks like him a
huge
little bit.
insult. Jesus Christ. I would
I
hate
love
to
that-
be visually compared to any Safdie brother.
I think it's kind of cute. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, just talking about the Wolfman here, there was a leaked video. This is never before seen footage that Hans has uncovered here. It came into his possession of the Wolfman. And we're going to take a look at that in 1 second. And it looks like something you would see on that Believe YouTube channel that we just spent 12 or 14 minutes perusing for absolutely no reason. So let's take a look at this Wolfman footage, please, Hans.
Yeah. Hold on.
There's also Benicio del
Yeah,
Toro
looks-
called The Wolfman.
Did you ever see that?
No.
The makeup effects in it aren't bad. That's about the nicest thing I can say about it. They made it look like a modern version of the 1940s Lon Chaney Wolfman, which I appreciated that. What is
found it
this?
Different. This is an
This is-
alternate one.
This is not
where
the
you
video
also
I
get-
gave
That's
you.
the Wolfman. Look at it.
This is Spooky World. What is this, huh? That's
Yeah,
not
hold
what I
on.
gave you.
I know I shared the wrong screen. 1 second. It's right here.
Okay, here we go. This is the Wolfman I remember and grew up with. Now from Blumhouse.
Yeah.
Now, what is particularly wolfy about this Wolfman? Can anybody tell me, please?
He's got hairy wrists, and his clothes seem to be ripped a little bit.
You know, if you had
So-
hairy wrists as a kid, you know that would mean you were doing
Yeah, becoming
hairy
a
wrists,
Wolfman.
hairy palms.
Yeah, this sucks so bad.
I'm mesmerized. Sorry, by the Blumhouse Wolfman. The guy's trying hard though. Remember
I mean,
Succession?
He's
You guys
pretending to be
love
Wolverine here with
You
the
guys love
arm
Succession,
motions.
right? Just a quick Succession.
Yeah.
Just because in Succession, I keep saying Succession is such a nice word, but the cousin Greg, he's like forced to do like this thing where he's a mascot for the Roy Playhouse. It sort of feels like that too. It's probably a high guy just trying his best here.
Yeah.
Not his
I
fault.
mean, bless his heart, he's doing his best. But Jesus fuck.
What is the crab hands he does?
What is
You
this?
notice that he's doing this? It's like a
It's
tip,
scary.
please.
You know, he can actually move the fingers because they're long. They're not his actual hands, so
Mhm.
he can't. Yeah, I'm not like I already didn't like the Invisible Man. I thought that movie was kind of whatever.
Mhm.
So I can't imagine why they will continue with this shit. I mean, I can imagine why that movie made money, but who's still thinking about Lee Whannell's Invisible Man in 2024? Have you seen it, DZ?
Yes, and I love Elizabeth Moss so much. It's just that's why.
Okay. Wait, isn't
Sorry.
it Tony Collette?
No, it was Elizabeth Moss.
Oh.
We
Queen of Earth?
did. I feel like we might have covered it for the show
Yeah.
during 2020. We definitely talked about it at the very least, even if it wasn't its own episode. And our reaction to that was the most slightly below lukewarm take you could have to a movie.
Well, that was another one of those horror movies that are just getting praised just because they're a horror movie that's not horrible. So as long as it's like a 5, then it's like, oh my God, I'm glad we're remaking the monsters, and then they just didn't.
Shelby
rest,
Oaks
so
hitting
that's-
theaters in 2025. I can't wait for Shelby Oaks. You're gonna love it. I want to watch Hans watch Shelby Oaks. I want you to go in the movie theater, Hans, with a camera, cell phone, film yourself. Not the screen, but just film yourself watching Shelby Oaks. You're gonna be spooked.
Yeah.
Did you,
Yeah.
DC? Did you hear what he said about our friend Chris Stuckman on the last episode with Dalton?
Oh, I refuse to watch that episode because for
Because what?
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, what do we got here? What
no,
what
it's
is
all
this?
good. He's great.
spice.
No, he's great.
I
He's-
think I might have a hunch.
That's not directly it, but I've grown a little wary of certain types of whatever. It is what it is. Nothing. He's probably nice. I don't know. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Chris Stuckman, great guy,
Yes.
friend of the show.
Well,
He'll be back.
Chris Stuckman actually. When I met him, he was quite nice but kind of cold. Mike. Goodness, I'm so bad. Mike
Did
Flanagan.
you do that? Did you do that on purpose in the video?
Yes, but since then I've watched my own videos so many times. I actually do mistake. It's Mike.
But
Flanagan.
you called him Mark?
I did call him Mark. Instagram.com/8plates.
funny.
Everybody follow me. and I asked him to tell people that my movie that's coming out is the worst film he's ever seen. Anyways, but he was
I
a
saw
nice-
that. I didn't hear you call him Mike. That's awesome.
He calls him Mark at the beginning of the
Mark,
video
sorry.
and then quickly corrects it.
That's great.
Anyways, but that was kind of a funny bit. But anyways, he was nice to me. Chris Stuckman, he's probably scared, and I don't know why, but he was like tired of interacting with people and everything, and he was a little reserved, and he was sort of cold. He gave me the cold shoulder. He's like, "Yeah, thanks for coming out." And that's all I got from Chris Stuckman, unfortunately. I didn't. I actually did bring up movies as you asked me to, and it's just like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
just have him reach out on Twitter.
See, what I heard was he gave a blood oath he would return to this program. He swore.
Not for me. Don't. I have my buddy Mark Flanagan. I don't want to let him down with these false accusations.
Can I get into his DMs and say, hey, DC from the 8 Plates podcast, who said he's your friend, said you would come back on my show.
But you have to
Are we
start
gonna
with
do
hey,
this or what?
You have to start with hey, Mark. Oh, you mean Chris? Oh, you mean Chris? Yeah.
Chris, hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
He thinks you're like
Yeah,
a
I mean,
wrestling fan.
I don't think I said anything that bad about him in the last episode. I just said
Oh, really?
that, I just said that he has zero opinions. And
Said,
he's
why
just
do
nothing.
people watch these retards? This
So
meaningless shit. They don't say anything. And that's not to say I would agree or disagree with you, but I think there's a certain level of tact you got to present with future upcoming guests where maybe you don't call them retarded.
Also,
Listen, prove me wrong, Chris. Prove me wrong.
Can we
Always a
give
good
Chris a
challenge.
lie detector test live on the show?
but also, I will just say this: that give me a second. Go ahead. Something else.
Oh boy, DC is getting sick.
Oh,
DC's
Jesus.
Yeah, I
dying.
can't wait for. Do you know Canada bought $2.4 billion worth of vaccines for this year? So I can't wait for that. No,
Oh,
but
fun.
the thing I did want to say about that is, I don't know, I forgot it. Fuck it, whatever. It's all good. I just had something cool, but it's gone with the wind.
Gone
1949.
with the wind.
Killed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect double feature with Chopper
Yes.
from
All right.
2000. I've been saying it's from 2001. It's from 2000.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you to Ticklish, our friend Ticklish, who designed
Yes.
the Vitali character for Mass State Lottery, for selecting this movie. I enjoyed it, and Underbelly Files, I guess it's a like a 3 out of 10. It's not really that. It's more like a 4 out of 10 companion piece to this Chopper. If you want to see a different side of Chopper, who is not this explosive animated character and is maybe a bit more reserved, check that out. It was I watched it, I guess. I don't know. DC, do you want
Yes.
to plug your stuff here?
If you put it in the show notes, that's always better for me. But yes, 8 Plates podcast, and yeah, that's it. And I make movies too. Stay tuned. Movie theaters, maybe. We'll see.
What is going to be? Do you have an idea for the release of your short film?
Yes, but I can't say. It's hopefully festivals. I'm on yeah, and not just like there's some stuff, but I'm still when they ask you for premiere status stuff like that. So it's in the works. But hopefully, yeah, not just some bullshit Vimeo link.
Yes, and DC,
Yeah.
I mean, I got to give you credit, man. You do have a very cool, slick visual style, especially for somebody coming right out the gate. I was impressed with that. So whenever people watch it, stay tuned. DC is a real up-and-comer, I'll
Thank
say.
you.
I agree.
Very,
I
very
agree. I was very impressed by the visual style of the short. I thought it was just going to be some gay shit with muscly men, and it was actually a lot more emotional and thoughtful than I was expecting. So, yeah, look
Heinz, first of
out
all,
for it when it comes out.
Thank you, but also it's like the Matrix. Secretly, it is about gay shit. You just missed it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope for those of you listening tonight that this episode has inspired you to join our listener-sponsored tier. For $100, you can sponsor an episode of this show and select a movie for us to talk about, perhaps even with a guest. We've been having a lot of guests on these sponsored episodes as of recent, and I think it's added quite a lot. I don't think anyone who downloads a Chopper podcast is probably expecting to hear the takes on this episode, so you're welcome. Okay, that has been Movies for this week. Thank you for listening.